What's going on? This is Coach Marcus for Pro Fan Talk. Let's talk about our Philly fans. Now, recently, Philly's been catching a lot of hell. We've been getting a lot of disrespect in the media, disrespecting the coach, the team. He's not as good. He only made it to the Super Bowl. He only brought his team to the Super Bowl, but he's an okay coach. Or we've got okay players. Or Jalen Hurts is just all right. He's not as good as other players. And, you know, that's been going on all year, that whole disrespect thing. That ain't nothing new. But when you start going after the Philly fans because you got scared during your experience, it's like, come on, man. The national media, it seems, always has something. Again, it seems the optics of it are against the Philadelphia faithful. Stuff happens everywhere, but for some reason it seems like when it happens in Philly, it tends to make national news or something like that. People around the country act like nothing ever happens in their stadium. And it's only with us. I mentioned this the other day, where inevitably every year somebody's going to mention throwing snowballs at Santa Claus. That happened in 1968. 1968. All of that flack that you give teams, you won the last time you won a championship, the Super Bowl wasn't a thing yet. It wasn't the Super Bowl era yet. Don't tell me about a championship you won in the 60s. So don't tell me about stuff that happened in Philadelphia at a football game in 1968. I'm not trying to hear it. Doesn't matter. But that seems to be the litmus test for how people view our fans. Now, granted, we've got assholes like everybody else. We are not exempt from that. But for some reason, people in other cities tend to forget that their cities are not exempt. You had the situation this week, I believe, the linebacker Warner, his wife had some things to say about her experience in Philadelphia. So we've got some people that don't put our city in a good light. That's going to happen. But again, that is everywhere. In every NFL city, at every NFL stadium, you're going to have stuff. And this girl traveled and she tried to say, you know, her experience and dark energy and all of this other nonsense. And it's like, oh, okay. If that was your experience, I'm sure nothing like that ever happens in San Francisco at their stadium. I stand corrected. This kind of crap happens everywhere. Everywhere. You can go down as much as the people in Texas like to tout, like Dallas, the Dallas fandom down there, and those fans are the best ever. They got their issues too. They definitely got their issues too. So it's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. You talk about teams with class, you look at somebody like Kansas City. Kansas City is a team, haven't seen much trouble. Well, maybe you have. Again, this stuff happens everywhere. The Rams, they got the brand new stadium in SoFi. They're not exempt. Rams are not exempt. And you know what? There go those 49er fans again. Y'all want to talk about us here in Philly? Y'all need to be cleaning your own house. And don't let Oakland and San Francisco be in the same place. You know you're going to have problems. You know you're going to have problems. And once again, here the 49er faithfuls, they going at it in a bathroom. My man is face down on the floor. I hope somebody mopped that floor because that's nasty. That's straight up nasty. Again, 49ers, y'all talking about us. Clean up your own house. Nobody's exempt. You want to go to Buffalo? Look at Buffalo. Buffalo got their issues too. Everybody's got it. But for some reason, everybody wants to concentrate on us like, you know, we want to, like they want to make us the poster child for bad behavior in stadiums. Stuff like that's not going to happen like at a new, relatively new place like down in Jacksonville. You know, never mind. Happens in Jacksonville too. Happens in Jacksonville too. Now you go down a little further south, down in Miami, they got a new thing going on. They got a new coach down. Never mind, it happens in Miami too. Nobody's exempt. Nobody's exempt. And all of these institutions, you know, they want to always bring the mystique when you play the Packers. And you know what? Packers fans can act like assholes too. Baltimore, they had their issues too. Packers at the Ravens, you got problems. But it's not the majority of the fans. There's always a couple that's drunk, or there's always going to be somebody that steps out of line. Always. Always. 49ers in Dallas, you know they going at it. After the last game. So, y'all shouldn't talk so much. Places like Atlanta, when you got the Southern hospitality, cooler heads can... Never mind. Atlanta fans going at it against Saints fans. Again, nobody's exempt. But y'all always want to talk about us. That's cool. That's cool. You look out in LA, everything is brand new. You got the SoFi Stadium. You know, y'all ain't serving nachos. Y'all serving sushi and steak at the stadium. And the celebrities. I know y'all going to keep it clean. Nope. Nope. Not exempt. And these are Rams fans fighting other Rams fans. Man, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. More Dallas fans fighting Dallas fans. Nobody's exempt. But everybody want to play like their fan base is so much better than what's going on here in Philly. And y'all just need to stop all of that. Just stop. We got good fans here in Philadelphia. Period. You are going to have assholes like you do at every other stadium. And when you add alcohol or whatever it is that you smoking in the mix, you will always have problems. But they don't always show the people that come to the stadium, come to Philadelphia, and have a good time. That dude from San Francisco, he just wrote the golden rule on how to deal with Philadelphia. But for the most part, that's the golden rule on how you deal with anybody in any city, at any stadium. When you walk into somebody's, you're an opposing team, and you walk into another stadium, be prepared for the worst, and you can't have thick skin. I'm going to let him tell it.
If you're going to Philly, there's a few things you should know. Have thick skin and a sense of humor. If that's on you, don't go to Philly. If you take everything personal and you're light in the ass, stay the hell out of Philly.
That's the daggone golden rule. So for all you hypocrites out there talking about how bad Philly is, you better check your own house. Because I can find videotape on every team in the league. Everybody has issues. 98% of your fans are great. Y'all talk shit. Everybody talk shit. That's what you're supposed to do as a fan. But you're going to have some people that take it over the top. You're going to have some people that go too far with it. And those are the people that start all the trouble. The next time you want to talk about Philly, check your own house and keep your comments to yourself, because everybody has got issues and nobody's exempt. Now think about that when you're watching us in the Super Bowl. Go Birds.